broke men are mean, okay? They are mean because they are not happy with themselves. And a man's ability to provide is essential to his confidence, to his self-esteem, just like the way a woman looks is very much associated with how she feels about herself and affects her confidence and her self-esteem. Obviously, rich men can be mean too, okay? But what I'm telling you is, as a whole, 98.9% of men who cannot provide for themselves, like basic necessities that need somebody else to help them with food, shelter, and transportation, men that are not in a place where they want to be in their life, where they are frustrated for prolonged periods of time, they need outlets to vent that frustration. If a man is broke, chances are it's not one day of being broke. It's months, it's years of not being able to do what he needs to do. And there is a pent-up frustration, and he will take it out on the people that are closest to him. The number one person he's taking that out on is his significant other. He will be mean to you. Okay, and it can be just a matter of him being snappy and rude, stingy, accusing you of being a gold digger just because you are asking for bare minimum or just because you are confident. It could be him having a problem with you having confidence in yourself and loving yourself. He'll have a problem with that. Or it could be downright violent. When a man is not where he wants to be, especially financially, the woman in his life is paying for it. And I don't care what couples are smiling on social media, back behind closed doors. If there's money problems and he can't do anything about it, he is mean, he is mean, he is mean. And
I'm not sure if that's, I don't know if you can just associate that with towards a significant other. I think that when the money is fucked up, then it could absolutely impact everybody around him. I don't think that it's just singular to the woman that he may lay next to. Now, she may be the person that he interacts with on a regular basis, or she may even be the cause of some of that pain. But more likely not, I'm going to just be objective about this one. And I got to just tell it and give it the real. And I always like to link back to the content creator. So the link to that is going to be down in the description. But the reality is that, yes, guys that have trouble financially, and that can come in a multitude of different forms. It can come in all shapes and sizes, all socioeconomic statuses. Yes, they can be a little bit cantankerous, to say the least, if the money ain't right. And she is kind of spot on with the statement. I don't know about the last part that she was just talking about, but with the statement that she was talking about when she said that, if their ability to provide, I would change that. And I would say their ability to be productive, right? Because productivity yields results. Over a period of time, ultimately, that's going to translate into you being financially successful. So I wouldn't limit it to just saying provide, right? Because that then says that his focus is 100% on women. Single guys that may not be in a relationship, I see them sometimes in my chat, and they get upset at the fact that when you start talking about money or you start talking about being successful, God is going to humble you. And that's why I say it's not singular to just maybe the person that he's laying next to or the woman that he's in a relationship with. It is impactful to anybody. Can get it, honestly. Anybody can get it from a person that is, that can't feed themselves, that may be down on their luck. It can get a little bit difficult for some people.
Telling you, if you are not married to this man, if you don't have to stay there, run. Because again, it's not just about...
Now, she said if you're not married to the person. Now, I also believe that if you're not married, that you're single. So it's not like you tied down to anything anyway. So what difference does it make?
Money. It's not just about superficial things, vacations, bags, whatever. Yeah, of course it's nice. But what it's about is when a man is not comfortable in his manhood, when he does not feel like a man, when he feels like he needs to be in a different place, that is an internal struggle, okay? And that is something that nobody can solve for him, but the people around him are the ones paying for it. Can he be still mean if he has money? Sure. Does his money make him feel like he can control you? Of course. but that's when you always have your own. So that's a whole different conversation. But I'm telling you, when a man is broke, when a man cannot do basic things for himself, when he needs you for a place to live, when he's driving your vehicle,
Yeah.
he's mean to you.
Yeah, that's not a good look. And I mean, I'm gonna just be real with you. Like, every guy should have a place of his own. But I understand also that you can go through a temporary lull, you can go through a temporary layoff. Life happens, you know what I'm saying? But a person's productivity, if you are a resourceful person, if you're a resourceful man, that doesn't last forever. That doesn't last long. So I will tell you that I wasn't mean when I went broke, but I was absolutely not focused on a woman. Like, even my wife, I wasn't focused on that. I was out in the streets. I was trying to get it. I was trying to make things shake. And it was difficult a lot of times for me to come home knowing that I wasn't in the same place that I was even a year before that. But once I started to get my money back up, and again, that doesn't mean that I had to be mean. I just wasn't the same person. I wasn't as comfortable in my skin, and so I had to get back on my feet. I had to dedicate myself. I had to grind. I had to go into that dark place where it's like, yo, it's just me, and I can't focus on nothing else. I can't, you know what I'm saying, be focused on you. I got to focus on this thing right here. And so I was around 26 years old, but shortly after that, once you start being productive, once I went back to school, once I started getting those two jobs and all of that, things started making a shake. But no guy should go and live with a woman. If you are in a space where you have to beg a woman for a place to stay, it's time to get on your ground. We can't be doing that. That time for that is dead.
There's a couple things I didn't mention before. If you are in a position where you are okay and stable financially, but he is not, and you are helping him, it may start off fine, and he's grateful and he's nice, but I'm telling you, it's going to wear off. Okay, and he'll start to resent you. He will have this resent towards you. He'll have the secret competition with you. Anytime you start shining bright or getting a lot of compliments from other people, he's going to have a problem with that. He's going to sabotage a lot of things that are important to you, like birthdays, things like that, because he's jealous of you, and it's because he does not feel good about himself. And it again starts off great. He's grateful, all the things, but he can only hold that up for so long.
Yeah, it's a difference between holding a man down in a lull and actually being dependent on a woman for the rest of your life. I've seen guys be dependent on women for a long time, and I'ma just tell you, like, eventually she started getting the wandering eye. She started thinking about what life could be like differently when she see different things, and it could turn into a completely different situation. So, I mean, I ain't even gonna front. Like, I can't criticize what she's saying because I've seen it happen multiple times, and I'm sure it's not applicable to all men, or it's not applicable to every single situation. But you got to get your finances right. You got to get yourself together. You got to get your money right, because nothing is gonna work for you. Nothing is gonna make sense for you. I mean, it don't even feel good getting boxed because I be thinking about money. You know what I'm saying?
Because there is an internal thing, and I'm going to tell you why it is. Because you represent everything he is not. He is not in a man's position. He is in a feminine damsel in distress role. You are in a masculine role. He's in feminine energy. You're in masculine energy. And for a man, that's not okay. Okay, and I'm not speaking from a gold digger, superficial. It's nothing like that. I want you to think about this, girls. Think about when you feel ugly, when you feel overweight, when you feel, let's say you had a time when you were a teenager and your face was just full of acne, and you remember how terrible you felt. You didn't even want to go outside. Sometimes it got really, really dangerous, the way your thoughts were. And not only is it from the pressures of society, how we are pressured to look a certain way, but also we internalize that. We believe so much of our worth comes from what we look like as women, and unfortunately it's a thing. Okay, think about how that affects you. Well, imagine that for a man, but it's not in the looks department, it's in the provider department. It's important to them.
It is important. I can't cap. It's 100% important. And when your money not right, ain't nothing right in life. Nothing works. I don't even want to go to no family gatherings and functions. I just want to work overtime. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that she's accurate? I think that she's 100% accurate. Objectively, I think that she's accurate. I'm going to link down to her in the description. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is also in the description. And Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life.